Hi, Brian from Airflow Music here once again. Welcome back. This is day 25 of the 30 days of long tones. Now, as you hopefully saw at the end of yesterday's video, I was starting to struggle somewhat with the low register notes at the very end of the set. Usually A, maybe A flat starting there, the G and the G and the F sharp. And so I spent some time practicing that yesterday after I got through filming, and a little again today before I filmed this one. So I'm very much hoping that I've conquered it. My main observation, having practiced it some, is that I'm very capable of playing the notes that long. What I think, apart from the distraction of filming and what have you, may be throwing me off is actually the length of the break in between notes. So I'm going to get into the set shortly, but when I get to that point, if I do struggle with any of those, what I will probably do is extend that break. I think it's partly down because those come at the end of the set, and in one sense you get conditioned to playing for 30 seconds, you know, dealing with maintaining your breath support for that long, and then there's that shortish 15-second break in between to regroup, catch your breath, and get on with the next one. And I think it may partly be that's not quite long enough, and with a slightly longer break it may make it easier. So here's what I propose to do. I'm going to see how I get on, and if I feel like I need to, I'm going to extend the break in between notes down in that register. And down in that register only, because it doesn't seem to be a problem anyplace else. So that's the way I'm experimenting with this. Now I'm putting these long tones back in the context of the set. And there's not too much more to say about that. Let's get back into it. So here's today's set. As ever, apart from that caveat, it's 30-second long tones, 15-second breaks. I'm playing on the soft side. I'm counting in 5. I'll indicate 5 beats, 5 clicks with the metronome before starting the next long tone, so you can join in. Okay? Let's get into the set. Okay, there it is, set number 25 in the book. It's going pretty good there. Did fall slightly short on the very last note, but again I started worrying about my breathing, and evidently I had the air, it was good through the previous low ones, so I'm not too worried about that. I think I've more or less put it to rest. One thing I should say, sorry if you can hear the noise of the rain during that set. It started pouring while I was doing those. You may still be able to hear it a little now. Sorry about that. What else is there to say? Up to that point it was going well. It was a pretty good set. Chipped a couple of the higher notes, just a little tight on those, but you know, so busy concentrating on the other thing. But overall these are getting easier and easier and better each day. I'm able to get the volume down a little bit. I'm playing a little softer for the most part. And when those lower ones are working best for me, what I find is that I don't really feel like I'm blowing. The air is just being released gently enough that the note is just kind of happening on its own, and providing I keep the support under it, it'll just stay. On that very last note, on that low F sharp, I started to panic about the breathing a little bit and started blowing to try and maintain, and then I did run out of air. Only a second or two early, but nonetheless I didn't quite make it the 30 seconds. And I think a lot of it is about establishing that balance, being consistent in your preparation. And as several of you have said in the comments, you know, I'm still not making it the 30 seconds or not making it on all the notes. And that's okay. I mean, this is a 30-day thing, and if you weren't regularly playing long tones before, we've stretched it out pretty good into some decent length long tones. And, you know, this is something I'm going to continue doing beyond these 30 days and continue getting better at. I'm not 100% consistent with everything yet. It's going to require more practice. That's okay. This was, you know, this was a 30-day thing because it's a decent stretch of time to try something out and embed a habit a little bit and see sensibly what the effect of doing something is. I'm not suggesting for one moment that we play these for 30 days and then stop and never play them again. I'm certainly going to keep going in some form. Whether I play, you know, 30-second long tones for a full set every day, or if, on busy days when I need to manage my time, I play shorter tones or something like that on those days, will remain to be seen, and I'll figure that out as I go. But certainly I'm going to keep doing these in some shape or form because I enjoy how they make my face feel. So there it is. So yeah, before we close this one for today, any questions, any concerns about anything, let me know how you are getting on with the consistency of making it all the way to 30 seconds. And if you don't tend to make it all the way to 30 seconds, do you always tend to make it the same sort of distance and that's just a little bit too long for you right now? Or does it vary widely? That's what I'm interested to know. Like, I can always do these at least 26. But if I'm a little bit off, I don't always make it to 30. But are you finding that sometimes they go 20, sometimes they go 30, or is it a little smaller of a difference than that? That's what I'm interested to hear about. Okay? So please comment with that below. And in the meantime, if you've been enjoying this series, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Well, if you're coming back every day, I'm sure many of you have. And I will look forward to seeing you for day 26. And in the meantime, I think by now you know very well what to do. Go practice.